Hello everybody, today is July 26, 2023, and this is my experiment investing $1 per week in each of 41 different dividend stocks, $1 per day in each of 7 different monthly dividend stocks, $12 per day in 4 different ETFs, and $1 a day in 3 different cryptocurrencies, and 4 other cryptocurrencies. I'm investing $1 a week. So if you see this dotted white line, that's the start of the day. You can see right here, it's been trending very much an upward trend. We look at the week period, we can also see that it's been trending in an upward trend as well. We look at the 1 month period where you see the most significant gains, where we have a huge more percentage of a gain. We look at the 3 month period, we can also see it just all of a sudden just started shooting way up around June 26th this time, and you can see it's just been going up. We look at year to date, we can also see I'm also very much in the positive, and we're doing pretty well. Now we come over here, we look at cryptocurrencies, we can see some of them are doing better, they're no longer in the red. Such Bitcoin's always been doing good, Ethereum's been doing pretty good. XLM, which is Ripple, has been doing good because for a lot of different reasons, Ripple and XLM in this sense have basically they were able to shrug off all of the different lawsuits on them, and it's now been considered as something that maybe keep going. So it's the same thing like centralized digital currency, and instead of just throwing them on their bus, they're now there and working. So then a lot of people are putting money into Ripple in that sense. So the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, the reason why it got up too is Elon Musk kind of put the Dogecoin logo on Twitter for some time, and so he's promoting that, and so this jumped up a little bit, so it's still in the positive, and those are the things that are going right now. Now as far as these dividend stocks, you can see a lot of them are in the green, very much so. A few of these other ones like KeyBank and GNL are still in the red from when I started investing, but a lot of these other ones are very much in the green. Now, I also remember that I made a really big risk, and the risk gamble that was UAN. If you watch some of my previous videos, you'll see that I took a risk and I put a whole bunch of money in, $2,000 worth, in fact, into UAN, and you can see it's actually up. It's up quite a bit. I'm making over almost a 10% raise in that sense from it. Now I'm expecting it to come back down, because the reason why it's coming back down is they make these dividend payments, it shoots up, they pay out the dividend payment, then people sell it off. And they come over here, the same thing is it goes up, they make the dividend payment, and then it comes back down. And the same thing right here, it's coming back up because the dividend payment is coming up for UAN, but I'm expecting it to come back down. Now I don't know how much they're going to pay, but again, it was a gamble, and we'll see exactly what it does. Now the other ones down here, if you see, a lot of these other ones are also in the green as well. These are the monthly paying dividends stocks that are paying, such as EFC, Good, SLG, Gain, SLRC, Main, and O. O is also finally in the green now, and these all pay monthly. JEPI and JEPQ are the 2 ETFs that I do. They also pay monthly. And then I have QQQ and VOO. And those are what I'm investing in and how it's actually going. Now, the other thing that we want to look at here as well is let's look at the history. Let's look at dividend payments. Let's see how this is doing. So we come over here and we look at our dividend payments. We can see that a lot of them are in my first goal range for $1. Now, some of them are not, which is these monthly paying ones, Good, Gain, but they'll get there. Same thing like JP Morgan, it will get there as well, I believe. Campbell's Soup will also get there as well. And a bunch of these other ones will get up there. Now, EFC is already paying me $1.49 per month. It's going to pay me a little bit more because I'm investing $1 every single day in these monthly dividend stocks. And these other ones over here are also doing pretty good. And same thing, like if you've seen some of my previous videos, JEPI and JEPQ have already paid me. I only started investing in them recently. Same thing like VO. I don't see QQQ in here yet, but that's a quarterly paying dividend payment. And it's not really a dividend paying ETF. It's more of a large growth. It's a large growth ETF. So those are the things that are going on right now. There's a lot of things happening in the world, and a lot of controversy that's happening in the world, and a lot of people are saying that different things are going to happen. And me personally, the way I'm doing my investment strategy is to set it and forget it. I don't even stare at this all day long. I don't open it up I still do open it up each day, but I'm not worried about it. And if you want to have that peace of mind, don't look at it every day. set it up to be scheduled and set it up to a schedule where it's money that is going in, but it's not money that you need today. It's not money you need 5 years from now. It's not money you need 10, 20 years from now. If this is money you need 10, 20 years from now, in case of emergency, you have to have different type of funds for your emergencies. Now you can play it risky. There are people that do that. They take out loans and they put more money in and they take a risk. Right now, I don't feel is a good time to take such high risks. Me personally, my own personal opinion. And the main reason why is the Fed has announced that still they need to keep interest rates high, whether they raise the interest rates or not. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is, are they still going to keep interest rates high and are prices still high? Now, a lot of people are still affected because prices are still high. Food is high, rent is high, gas is high. And could it go higher still? Absolutely. Things can play into all different directions depending on how the economy goes. So, what is most important is look at your own finances and decide for yourself. Now, the other thing that was brought up too is for financial advisors. Should you get a financial advisor? Can you afford a financial advisor? And should you actually get one to look at how your state of finances are doing? If you have the money and you have extra money to be able to invest and you don't know what you are doing at all, it is probably a good idea to at least talk to a financial advisor or talk to several different financial advisors if you really want to, and make sure that they are good people as in a friend. When I say by good people and as a friend, you have to look for and search for people that truly are there for you. And that's just getting to know people. That's just properly knowing and understanding, is this person looking out for me or are they looking out for themselves? If you go and start talking to somebody, and you don't have to listen to me. I'm some random person on YouTube. Don't bother listening to somebody else's advice if it doesn't make sense to you and it doesn't fit into your scenario. But what I'm trying to say here is that if you do have the finances and you do talk to a financial advisor, find somebody that's there for you, not just there for their paycheck. Oh, they're making 80,000 a year and you know they don't care whether or not you make money or you lose money. That's not a financial advisor for you. For me, I'm looking out for myself, doing my own research, doing my own knowledge, and testing out the waters and doing my own risk for myself. I'm not advising anybody to do what I'm doing, but the main reason why I created this channel, $1 a day, is because I believe everybody who's anybody should be able to at least save $1 a day. I hear all these stories where, oh, I don't even have $300 in the bank. Oh, I don't even have $1,000 in the bank. Start finding a way to either save your money or put it somewhere so that you have money to go. And if you can't afford to save $1 a day, tone it down. Do 50 cents a day. If you can't save 50 cents a day, save 10 cents a day. If you can't save 10 cents a day, save 1 penny a day. Whatever it takes, and start growing from there. And as you start doing these saving practices and putting it away where you don't touch that money because you don't need it, and budget up correctly, then maybe you'll start thinking of saving more. Maybe 1 penny. Now you can save 2 pennies a day, 3 pennies a day, 4 pennies a day, and multiply it. Me, I'm just doing it in exponential. Yes, $1 a day in each one of the different stocks, but I exponentially change them to be more in different things, such as $12 a day in ETFs, because I can financially afford such things as investing, because I've been saving all my life. I never invested until January 6th, 2023, this year. First time investing. All my money, I've just been like a normal person, putting all my money in the bank and saving it. And I've noticed, because of inflation and because of everything else going on, that my money doesn't buy me the same buying power as it bought me yesterday. I can't buy the same amount of food. I can't buy the same amount of luxuries. I can't buy or afford the same amount of rent, because prices and everything just keeps going up. So the main reason why I'm investing is to find a way to get ahead. and to do it in some form or fashion. Now, I've already developed these practices of saving $1 a day and growing it and multiplying so that I have a budget. I have my savings budget. I have my emergency budget. I have a fund for any time for my fun budget to be able to do and buy fun things. I have these different budgets and saving in a sense. How do rich people become rich? They are glorified savers. They're able to save and not just save, put their money to work for them. And that's what I'm trying to learn this year and spending all my education and doing and practicing. And I found that you can learn any way you want to learn. But me personally, I learned by doing and failing. And yes, if you watch some of my previous videos, you can see that a lot of these went down and it was failing. Like if you look at this, this is an all emotional roller coaster where all of a sudden you start losing money, and you're losing tons and tons of money, and it's all the way down here, and you're like, oh, I lost $634. That's a lot of money to somebody that doesn't even have $300 in the bank or $1,000 in the bank. Can you imagine if you put all this money in and all of a sudden you lost all your savings? Can you emotionally stay in it to be able to get back up? So these are the type of things that you have to think about for yourself if you decide to even start investing. But as far as saving is something you can do today. Saving is something you can do now. Practice being able to do what you can. Now, I know way back in my previous videos, I also mentioned, and somebody said, if you can't afford 5 of them, you shouldn't buy 1 of them. I take it to the next extreme. If you can't afford 10 items of the exact same thing, you probably shouldn't buy 1. If you can't afford 10 tacos, don't buy 1. If you can't afford 10 phones, don't buy 1. If you can't afford 10 cars, you probably shouldn't be buying 1 car. Now, maybe you need the car to get to work, right? But there's other ways to get to work. There's public transportation, there's buses. Oh, you don't even know what you're talking about. When I was younger, and if you look at some of my previous videos, I had to walk to work. I lost my car. I bought a lemon car. It broke down, and I had to walk to work 5 miles carrying tools, an electrician, and walk 5 miles back home. And I didn't even have money to catch the bus. So, yes, and I did it for months and months and months because I didn't have a car, and I was determined to fix that car, but I already spent my money on the car, and I had no more money. And I was like, I don't want to ever be in this situation again. If I'm going to get a car, I'll be able to afford the car and have enough money to fix the car if it breaks or replace it in some form or fashion. So those are the type of things just to think about. Thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. If you want to get notified, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. Come back once a week, once a month. Check out my videos. Check out where I'm at. Thank you all again for being here. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day.